feet 9 inches tall.
It's time. Let's get ready to rumble, guys. We got him. Bruce Buffer, the voice of the Octagon UFC. Bruce Buffer, thanks for coming out to see the Jersey Outlaw and spending a little time with us today.
My pleasure, Jimmy. My pleasure. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm a huge UFC Cage Fury fan, and I love the Octagon fighting. It makes wrestling look bad, as you know. But here's the thing. How the hell did a guy, you were born, what, in Tulsa?
I was born in Tulsa. It was a drop-off. I was there for 9 months. I moved to Dallas for 4 years. But my hometown is Philadelphia.
So you're a Philly guy. So what inspired you and what got you into the business and to end up where you're at?
Because I've started companies. I had my first company when I was 19. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I've owned a number of different companies, from telemarketing. I had a big telemarketing operation in LA. I was the Wolf of LA, but we didn't cheat people. We sold, supplies and stuff like that. Very legitimate. Import-export companies, motivational speaking, had an alarm company, putting in camera systems, alarm systems in top homes and, places of business all around the Los Angeles area. And other telemarketing operations. And then when I met my brother late in life at 28 years old, my legendary brother, Michael Buffer, the Let's Get Ready to Rumble announcer, we never knew. I never knew he existed. I found out about him on TV. 4 years after I met him, became his manager and business partner, and then opened up the world of sports and entertainment to me. And being a martial artist since I was 12, when the UFC came on the line, I knew that was the place for me. And I worked my way into the show.
So how did you work your way into being the announcer?
I had Michael announce 3 of the events because I had him doing all the big events at that time. And he couldn't continue because we had a huge contract with WCW Wrestling, the Hulk Hogan, Sting, Randy Macho Savage days.
Right.
And basically it was a choice, one or the other. And obviously the WCW Wrestling was the way for him to go, which he loved. And then I convinced the UFC after that they needed a buffer in the Octagon because I had media contacts they didn't have. And I'm a brand builder. I said, I'll help you build this brand, but I only want to be paid and hired as the Octagon announcer to grow as the announcer, and I'll help you build this brand because I think it's going to be the biggest thing in fighting sports.
And you went in on its infancy when it was starting out, right?
Yes. Yep.
So
30 years.
What's really interesting is you've done intellectual property on your catchphrases, and you get appearance fees. But what I really love about you is the 180 and the 360 and the BSC slogan. I want you to touch with the viewers on some of your stuff, because you're very impressive, not only as an announcer and that energetic guy that spins around, and on the big event you'll spin around, but your business skills are amazing and your drive is unheralded. I mean that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Well, BSC stands for balls, skill, and confidence. And I'm a big poker player. I don't enter a poker game. I don't enter a business deal. I don't enter a competitive event. I don't enter the Octagon without balls, skill, and confidence. And you also need a little 20% luck factor in life, as we all know. Mm-hmm. So I try to be the best I can be, learning about everything I'm going to do, understanding who my opponents are, whether it's a business associate or, somebody standing across. When I was kickboxing, they wanted to take my head off, when it came time to throw down. So I just have that attitude in everything I do. It's called warrior spirit also. Mm-hmm. And my business acumen comes from my dad, who was a brilliant entrepreneur himself. And I was, working at age 10 and had a jewelry business, making necklaces and earrings and bracelets for girls in high school, carrying around my little thing. And back in 1975, pocketing down $1,000 net a month, which is great income back then. You were a hustler
since you were a kid.
Yeah, I've been a hawker and a schmucker since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So it's just my attitude. And I treat everybody with respect. I have a 3-foot theory. Everybody around me, I want to be happy, healthy, and prosperous. And I show everybody respect, and I want to be treated the way I treat other people. Don't mistreat me.
One thing, Bruce, that really impressed me was when you had the ACH tear and you didn't go to the hospital. Tell my viewers what you did. That impressed me the most when I was reading about you the other day.
Oh, yeah. No, well, actually, twice it's happened. It was the ACL, not the Achilles.
Oh, the ACL, yeah.
Yeah, which, you see football players, God forbid, they get wrapped with an ACL, they fall down, they don't get up. It's
right.
I was in front of 55,000 people in Toronto, Canada, announcing George St. Pierre's fight. And I was on crutches 3 days before because I had rolled my ankle really bad the week before. And I got on the plane. Uh, I didn't have the crutches. I got in the Octagon on Saturday. Everything went great. Um, and when it came time to announce George St. Pierre, which was the last main event fight of the night, I went in and said, George, rush. And he lunged out and I bunny hopped back. When I did, my ankle wobbled and my knee exploded and severed my ACL right there. But I didn't fall down. I
Wow.
stayed up, announced it, hopped out on one leg, um, braced it up for 3 months because I had a movie to film called Here Comes the Boom. 2 weeks later, I had shows every week. But there was a 4-week window 3 months later, and Dr. Elitrosh, who operated on Tom Brady's knee, operated on me.
Mm-hmm.
And normally you need 3 to 4 months to come back, and I was back in the Octagon in 4 weeks.
So how many
Um,
people, Bruce, have that passion and drive to put their work before their health? And no matter what, you showed up. And I
I
got
will.
to compliment you because you don't see that today. You just don't see that.
That, thank you. That's the name of the game. There's fighters in the Octagon that are putting their blood, sweat, and tears on the line. I know I have a fighter mentality because I know what it's like to fight. I
Well,
was
you
never a
fought
pro.
when you were young. You were doing martial arts until what? You got injured or something?
No, I fought. I mean, I took shots, of course. I started in judo at 12. I've got 3 black belts, and I kickboxed heavily for 13 years. So I know what it's like to go stand across and go toe to toe with somebody,
So,
whether it's in the street or whether it's in a ring.
so not only are you competitive, you're a competitive poker player. I want to hear a little bit about your poker skills because you got ranked, it said on an article, 18th, and you were in the WSOP and you got to the
I
final
play.
table. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, I entered the. I've been playing poker competitively since heavily since 2005, and then in 2015. I have a long record. If you look up cardplayer.com, you'll see all the money I've won on the pro circuit, and I've been professionally rated and I'm respected by all the poker players, which I obviously really appreciate. Poker is a way for me to have a competitive game. Whether I'm going to take your chips, it's kind of like fighting you. I'm going to knock you out or get knocked out. I'm going to get your chips. You're going to
Yep.
get mine. But I made the World Series of Poker final table 2 years ago
Who
in
was
their
at that
50,000.
table, Bruce?
It was the $50,000 high roller event, which unlike the main event, which has 8,000 more people, this had 162 people in it because it's a big entry,
You had a
$50,000.
small event with a high entry.
But all the best players in the world, Phil Negreanu, Phil Hellmuth, Phil Ivey,
You had the
you
top
know,
guys.
the top guys all. And I made the final table. Martin Cabral, who a lot of poker pros know he was at the final table. I knocked him out. And I got eighth. I won 212,000, but I wanted first place, which was 2 million, and the bracelet. We all want the bracelet, and I'll get that
Jeez.
eventually.
So how did Bruce, one guy does everything well. Most people can't do one thing well. I can juggle. I can't juggle as much as you. How do you do everything? Do you just work and you don't have days off? How do you do it? And do it
I'm a bit
well.
of
You do it well. How do you do
Thank
that?
you. Well, I mean, one of the secrets when I ran companies or not is delegation. It's having people that work with you. I have an incredible business partner named Kristen, um, and together, when I started this, I used to do everything myself. She came in
Jeez.
and together, pardon me.
I said, that's crazy. You were doing the whole thing
Yeah,
yourself, all the admin and
yeah.
everything?
Making calls, making deals, expanding my brother's career, packing boxes, sending out promo kits, cold calling people, getting
You're
jobs,
just you're
legally.
just a 24/7 worker.
24/7 is like running a restaurant. It's a lifestyle. And
Yeah.
when you wake up and you go to work, it's one thing to wake up and go to work, but I wake up and go, it's time to be the best I can be. And because I love what I do, it's a lifestyle, it's part of me. I wish everybody out there had the passion that I have for what they do and enjoy it the way I do.
Yeah.
And that means you're not going to work, you're living a lifestyle.
Do you ever
And it's
take
a
a
little
day off,
different.
Bruce, or go on a vacation or no?
I need
Not
to go on
really?
vacations, but I travel all over the world consistently. I'm planning a vacation right now. I love getting away with a girlfriend for a few days and
Yeah.
relaxing, but honestly, I've just been at it. I just got done doing FIFA, the World Cup, the White House show.
How was the
Um,
White House show? That had to be surreal.
Yeah, all politics aside, because I don't believe you should mix politics and sports.
Yeah.
Um, it was an honor to be on the White House grounds. It was incredible with all the first responders, the military, the police that were there, the Marine Band. I mean, that was the scope that did it for
Did you
me. I'm
meet
not into
Trump?
the issue.
Did you meet the big guy, Trump?
Yeah, he comes to the shows. I've met Trump off and on for the last 25 years.
Well, you're a very impressive guy. Let me ask you, Bruce, if I said to you, where are you going to be in 5 years? You're going to probably tell me you're doing the same thing, knowing you. You're
Yeah,
not going anywhere.
I'll be doing the same thing, expanding more. My businesses, I've got a number of different businesses. I mean, I have the top selling cologne and toiletry line. It's time
So you're
cologne
doing
and toiletry
merchandising.
line. Yeah, you
What
can
do you,
find
what
this
is
on
it?
Amazon.
What is that, Bruce? Cologne?
Yeah, it's cologne. There's a whole toiletry line.
What's it
It's
called?
time.
Oh, it's
It's
time.
time. You build around the brand. I have the top selling bourbon in the country, Puncher's Chance. I just opened up an 8,000 square foot sports card Pokemon collecting is really big. It's one of the
Okay.
best areas to invest. It's a very big industry. I've been a big sports card, not car, sports card collector for 40 years. And I just opened up It's Time Sports Cards and TCG Center. It's an 8,000 square foot mecca center in Nagura Hills, California. And we have all the sports cards, all the Pokemon, everything. It's a huge hit, and I'll be franchising this throughout the country.
Wow.
But if for your listeners that they want to go to it, just check out itstimecards.com and you'll see because sports card collecting, whether it's your age, my age, kids, or whatever, it's one of the biggest things happening and has been, and a great area to invest.
Hmm.
Very
So,
one of
Bruce,
the
out of
other
all the
businesses I
things
have.
you do, what do you like doing best?
Well, I love my sports card store, It's Time Cards. But what I do love doing best is making people happy with the videos and the audios that we do. I'm one of the top people on Cameo, if you've ever heard of
Yeah, I'm
Cameo.
on it.
I'm like in their top 5%.
Wow.
Um, and also at brucebuffer.com, we sell championship audios and videos where I introduce you like you're a fighter in the Octagon. And I do weddings there. I probably do 5 to 10 weddings a week.
5 to 10
I
weddings a
intro
week?
a week,
How do you
introducing
sleep?
people.
When the hell do you
It
sleep? You
I
know?
sleep. I sleep. I mean, I do them audio, walking down the aisle of love forever, presenting, a whole
That
big
is
thing, and
funny. So they hire
thank you
you to
notes.
officiate their wedding and just do the Bruce Buffer
Well,
how
I've
you talk?
officiated, I can do that, but I've officiated, I can do that, but my appearance fee is a little too much for people to be paying for me to be at their wedding, so, um,
Do corporate
I
and
do
stuff?
I do the videos. They play the videos,
Oh,
they
you
play
do the
the
videos for them
audios.
so you don't have to go.
No, that's what I do for a lot of people, whether it's
Oh.
companies, influencers, streamers. Our video business is a very big business that we run. And
Well,
again,
that's
it's on
smart because then you don't
Cameo
have
where
to
people write
just
us
keep
to Bruce
running all
Buffer.
over.
Pardon me?
You don't have to keep running all over. You do videos and send them. You don't have to
When
physically
I can't
go.
be somewhere, I do videos. I do them for the biggest things in the world. When FIFA World Cup happened, I could only appear at the semifinal and the final game, as I did with my brother Michael, if you're aware of the World Cup that took
Yeah,
place.
I am.
The biggest event in the world. And at the quarterfinal games, uh, we went in the studio and filmed videos and they put me on the Videotron and the crowd lost their minds. They went crazy saying it's time with me when I did my thing,
That's
which is
beautiful.
really very cool to see. And I wasn't in the stadium. So
Like
we do
that's
video.
crazy surreal. That's crazy
I
surreal.
do I do them for the biggest events in the world down to a small 50-person gathering or a wedding or just an individual that wants to feel like they're in the Octagon and have a keepsake championship introduction for life.
Where do you see the future of UFC?
Getting bigger and bigger and bigger all over the world.
Yeah.
Huge. It's
Well,
the I knew it was gonna be the biggest thing in fighting sports. I didn't say it was gonna surpass boxing because I love boxing.
mm,
And boxing was the water cooler conversation on a Monday 30 years ago, 20 years ago. But the UFC now is bigger than boxing and is the water cooler conversation on a Monday. With respect to the half dozen or so great big boxing events that happen a year, boxing is still very strong. But the 18 to 34 crowd, 40 crowd, it's all UFC.
did you see when you started when it was small? Did you see, Bruce, that vision that it would be big, or did you just go
Yes.
with it and figure whatever? Or you
No,
knew? You
I
had a
knew. I knew.
premonition?
I did the premonition, just like I knew Michael's "Let's Get Ready to Rumble" needed to be trademarked and become the biggest phrase in the world, and we worked to do that, which we did.
So
I knew
you're
that it's
you're a
time
genius.
carry legs. I'm a
You're
brand builder.
no, you are a brand builder, but you're a genius in the sense that you can see the future and you're predicting correctly. And that's another gift you have. That's
Well,
crazy.
It's nice to be able to predict correctly. Not always can be correct, but I'd say when it comes to UFC, my
Yeah.
legendary brother Michael's career, my career, the "it's time" phrase, it's all going according to schedule. I knew that, as the English say, I knew it was going to be big. I knew its time would get there too, and I'm proud to say, and very honored and very humbled by the fact that it is. I'm not cocky about anything. I feel equal to everybody. I just go out there to do my thing and be the best I can be.
Well, I got to say, this was not only wonderful to have you, you're an inspiring person because you could be motivating to people to do better at what they do and want to do more things and be more successful. And Bruce, I was impressed with you when I read about you, and I'm actually even more impressed. I'm not just saying it, I'm saying just how you think and how smart you are. I'm older too, like you, but I want to be more like you. I'm not just saying that. I mean that. I mean that.
Enjoy being I appreciate that, Jimmy, but enjoy being who you are. We can all emulate other people.
Yeah.
I always say, look at the most successful people around you doing what you love to do, and see what their success formula is, and then bring it into mold it to yourself and create your own distinct style to be the best you can be in life. Because you have to have a distinct style. It's like announcers out there that want to copy my brother, and I see a lot of them copying, what I've changed in the world of announcing, doing it the way I do. Again, humbly speaking. And it's like, if you want to really be recognized, create your own style. Learn from others, but create your own style to be recognized for.
Yeah, but
And I
Bruce, there's
wrote my
no announcer that comes out like you. And you have that FOMO and that charisma where they want you because there's no other announcer going to say, "Hey, in the blue corner." They're going to be boring. You come out, you make it happen. You're a
thank you.
character. But how many announcers do that? Maybe the wrestling managers, but the announcers, no. You know I'm right.
With all, no, with all respect to all announcers, they're doing their thing, and I wish them all the best of success. Um,
There's
but
no showmanship in it, Bruce, like you. That's what I meant. Yeah.
it's not show biz, it's show business, baby. Or it's not show business, it's show biz. And that's the attitude. I wrote my biography about 11 years ago. It's called "It's Time." And I wrote it as a motivational book. It's a story of my life, story about family, story about the UFC, story about success and entrepreneurship. And I wrote that to help motivate people. And I got 5-star reviews by the New York Times. It was published by Random House, one of the biggest publishers. And I'm very proud of that book, but it's getting close to where I have to write "It's Time" again. I have to write another one.
So is that your biography?
Yeah, it is. I don't have it here. I'd show it to you.
Okay, I got you. So in closing, Bruce, tell people, obviously they can find you in the Octagon. Tell people where else they can find you with Cameo and online and all the stuff so they can
Sure.
locate you.
For those of you that want, the videos I do are, birthdays, birth of babies, special events, uh, fantasy football. I've been doing a ton of fantasy football videos, draft videos. Anyway, you're going to get all those on Cameo. Just go to my Cameo page at cameo.com. For weddings and to know more about what we do here, brucebuffer.com is my website. And follow me on Instagram, which is at Bruce Buffer UFC. And you'll pretty much know everything. I've got a very large Facebook presence too.
Hit me, Bruce, with a Jimmie Lee. Let's get ready. I need it. I need it for some love. Hit me with one.
And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for Jimmie Lee.
Guys, we got him. The voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer. Thank you, pal.